Hi, welcome back everybody, it's Mike Newton down here at Lytham Golf Academy. I'm carrying on my reviews of the new Ben Hogan range, and this video we're going to take a look at the GS53 3-wood and also the 4-wood. So I have done a review of the driver, I'll put a little link up later on, you can go and check that out, and also the Fort Worth irons, which were beautiful. Again, you can go and check that out, they're already on my channel. But today we're going to look at the 3-wood and the 4-wood. We've got GC quad on the floor as always, got to give you some data, personal feedback from me on the looks, the feel, and maybe what sort of, maybe golf this is going to be aimed at. Okay, so we're going to start off with the 3-wood. So the 3-wood is lofting in at 14 degrees. The 4-wood is 16 degrees. So the 4-wood, I think, is quite a popular option for a lot of golfers who maybe just struggle to hit this off the fairway. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to hit these off the ground. Off the tee, most guys I see won't struggle too badly with the fairway wood off the tee. It's generally off the ground. Is where a lot of golfers will struggle. So maybe you've got to decide, you know, when you're purchasing a fairway wood, where you're going to be using it mainly on the golf course. Is it off the fairway for those long, maybe par 4 second shots, par 5 second shots, maybe off the tee, possibly. So you've got to maybe weigh in a little bit as to where you're going to use it the most, fairway or tee, and that might just decide on maybe which loft you're going to work into. Again, it depends on you as an individual. Some golfers naturally hit the ball high, got no issues, a 14 degree will be absolutely fine. Most of the guys I tend to see will hit down a bit too much with a 3-wood and they struggle to get it launching in the air, so maybe then that's where the 4-wood come in. So I'm going to hit both in this video. I'm going to see the launch and the difference of the spin of how it flies between the two clubs. So I'm going to start with the 3-wood first. I'm going to hit this one, just get one underway. Ooh, and that's lovely. That is very nice. I've hit a line ball to start with, have I? Oh, not quite. That felt beautiful and sounded excellent. Now, first things, I put this down by the golf ball. The look of it is sensational. I think the shaping of the head, it sits absolutely square. It's ticking all the boxes for me personally as I look at a 3-wood. And many of you will know a 3-wood isn't often a club that stays in my bag for long. But that looks amazing. Beautiful shaping, black gloss finish, sits very square. It's a very traditional looking 3-wood, and the face isn't as rounded. Maybe what you saw in the driver video or review I did, the face was quite a rounded sort of face. This isn't as much as a round. Obviously the face isn't as big as you'd expect with the driver, but I tell you what, that looks beautiful behind the ball. Oh, that feels really, I mean, that's 14 degrees, so it's maybe stronger than some 3-woods out there. That's pretty much a mirror image of that first shot. Very consistent first 2 shots. The sound of it is stunning. Sound really, really good off the club face. It's not loud. It's just a very sort of, I don't know what's the word there. It's not muted, but it's got like a bit of a positive crack, but it's not echoey or loud or tinny. Oh, just turn that one a little bit. That was a bit more me there. Again, the sound of it is good. Just turn up that left side. I think it's amazing, and this is what I find with a lot of golfers through fitting sessions here at the Academy. I think looks are really important. Now, some guys say, I'm not really bothered what it looks like. If it goes well, I'm happy, which I get and I understand, but I think most golfers I see, and me personally as well, looks play a big influence of maybe how you perform with a club. And I think as soon as I pop that down, it's like, oh, that's so good looking golf club, that sits so nice, and you think, right, yeah, I'm so wanting to hit this well, and generally guys will perform better. There's a little reaction to that left shot, just push that out there, but again the flight's not bad, it's not massively right. That's getting out 274, is it? 275, that's decent for a 3-wood. I think if you're going to use this off the tee, it would have to be quite a small sort of tee. It's not the biggest head by any means, that, but it looks beautiful. That's a really good, it's a higher flight, but it's not climbing, it's a very piercing flight, which I like. Okay, like that, really nice. So let's move into the 4-wood, 16 degrees, and just see how maybe that works differently against the 14 degree. Right, okay, so 4-wood, 16 degrees in our hands now, and Just could talk a little bit about what's happening in the actual club head here. Again, we've got that forged steel face happening here, which what I've still seen there with 3 gives a really nice feel and nice sound to it. We've got that very traditional speed slot there, which again, I talked about this in the driver review video. I think any guys who've had Hogan products in the past in the woods, you'll always remember the speed slot. I did as a kid. I had a persimmon drive, it had a speed slot in it. As soon as I pulled it out, sort of speed slot, that brought memories came flooding back of the old persimmon wood that I had as a kid. So great that they still got in there that in the new products now. So obviously scooped out toe, guessing that works a little bit on aerodynamics coming through that ball. I've got these in hazardous smoke 6.5s, mid-size grips, which is more of my spec. Now putting that down by the ball, again, the shape is just like that 3 wood, absolutely stunning, but definitely seeing more loft there. So straight away, that's giving me a bit of confidence this ball's going to get up in the air. So again, for that certain player that might just struggle to launch the ball, I think this would just give that little bit of added confidence that he could launch it, particularly out some iffy lies on the golf course. Ah, yes. So just gone through a slightly different launch window there. Accuracy wise, good. See that distance just dropping back now as you'd expect, just that little bit more launch. I'm guessing that spin will just pop up a little bit. Accuracy wise, superb, but just definitely that little window of launch in that notch a bit higher there. Yeah, again, slightly higher, a bit off the toe that. Didn't quite get all that. Be interesting what that distance does with that. Yeah, but that's not bad, is it? I guess that spin's probably just pulled off a little bit with that toe strike. 261 forward, very happy with that, especially on that slight miss hit. So these are available right hand only, unfortunately for you left-handers out there, but available in a 3 wood, which obviously I've just hit, this 4 wood at 16 degrees, and also a 5 wood at 18 degrees. So you've got a few options there to sort of work into. Different shaft options available, obviously grips, again through a little bit of a fitting, but as I said earlier, you've got to do that fitting process yourself really, unfortunately. So again, you're not going to get all of these to try in a retail store. Just working back to this club face, so it's a forged steel carpeted face here, which is thicker in the absolute middle of the club face there, and then gets thinner as it progresses out in that heel and toe. So again, it's about those off-centre hits, maybe what we've just sort of seen there a little bit with that slight toe strike, just helping to keep ball speed up across that club face. Oh, that's my left one. Had to come in at some point, didn't it? Yeah, okay, I'm going to hit another one. I can't leave on that one. User error there. Lovely. Really, really enjoyed hitting that and the 3 wood. Just a little bit of reaction to that left one there. You always leave one a little bit further out to the right. Okay, so let's look at some numbers there. I'll be really interested to see those numbers flight-wise, visually, as I look at that ball going down the range there. Looks great. You know, definitely 2 windows of launches there. Exactly what I expect to see with that 2 degrees difference of loft. But the looks and the shape of those clubs are stunning. Right, okay, so let's look at those 2 sets of numbers. So 3 wood on the top first, obviously 14 degrees. So 151.6 ball speed, launching at 10 degrees. Spinning at 3148, so decent number there. It's not getting too low because we don't want that too close to drive a spin because the ball's going to drop out the sky. And to be honest, you start getting ones that a little bit, sounds daft, bit too long. So you've got to think certain situations you might be hitting this into a green. Again, you're not going to expect a lot of stopping power with a 3 wood, but at the same time you don't want that sort of real fiery one getting out there. So I think that's a really good sort of number area to get 3 wood into. So descent angle coming at 38 degrees, peaking out at 30 yards in its height. So it's not mega low, but at the same time it's not high as you'd expect, 14 degree. 246 carry 265. I like that, some really sort of good numbers there. It's that 253 peaking at 275 was obviously my longest one, which was, you know, that's great to have, isn't it? If you want to get one chasing up that long par 5, you know, you might have a long way to go. It could be into the wind, getting that bit more of that lower spin, piercing flight, very much ticking a box for me there. Moving into 4 wood, we can see ball speed just dropping off 1 mile an hour. That's a little bit more loft in the club face, so it creates a little bit more of a glancing blow fractionally, which just reduces your ball speed on average. Launching a degree higher, as you'd expect. and spinning about 300 revs higher, again, as you'd expect with that little bit of loft difference. So descent angle coming a little bit steeper, peaking 3 yards higher, and just a little bit shorter on that distance at 242. Right, so Hogan fairway woods, I enjoyed hitting that, especially that 3-wood, beautiful shaping. Love the looks of that. The feel of it was absolutely on point, and the flight was stunning. The numbers backed it up and gave me some sort of numbers where I would really want to have that sort of 3-wood sitting. So could be a new 3-wood in the bag possibly. 2 stunning fairway woods there. Obviously they do offer a 5-wood as well. So post your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on these 3-woods. Look wise, playability wise, the price is obviously going to be a little bit less than maybe what you see other fairway woods on the market because of Hogan's business model, where they're not stocking retailers, so cutting that middleman out, selling direct, so they can make a saving. So interested to hear your thoughts as always on the brand, the business, and also the actual clubs and the performance themselves. Okay, thanks very much for watching. If you're enjoying the content and you haven't subscribed, just please take time, hit that subscribe button. It allows me to get more product like this early to review, to get the videos out for you guys so you can see what all these new clubs are all about. So I really much appreciate you can do that. Follow up on social media platforms, both Instagram and Twitter. The handles there are at MN Golf Coach, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.